What effect did it have, though, being rejected?
Well, I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I think.
Murid-murid Yesus balik lagi ke Galilea. Alasannya jelas karena Yesus pernah berkata kepada mereka untuk pergi ke situ menantikan Dia. Barangkali juga karena tidak ada hal lain yang dapat mereka buat sepeninggal Yesus, maka Petrus memutuskan untuk menangkap ikan. Murid-murid yang lain pun mengikuti Petrus, namun sayangnya para nelayan yang berpengalaman itu gagal. Sepanjang malam mereka tidak mendapatkan apa-apa alias nihil. Nah, di saat itulah Tuhan Yesus datang bertemu mereka. Momen keputusasaan atau kenihilan itu sedang mempersiapkan mereka untuk belajar satu hal penting dalam kemuridan mereka. Bahwa terpisah dari Yesus mereka tidak dapat melakukan apa-apa. Titik balik terjadi ketika pagi menjelang Yesus berdiri di pantai dan tidak seorang pun mengenali Dia. Ia menanyai mereka tentang ikan yang mereka dapat. Mereka jujur dan polos mengakui kegagalan mereka. Lalu Yesus memberikan saran dan benar adanya mereka bisa menangkap ikan dalam jumlah banyak. Tentunya Yesus tahu bahwa murid-muridnya gagal. Pertanyaannya, mengapa Ia tidak menolong mereka lebih cepat sejak awal? Jawabannya adalah mereka memang perlu memahami kegagalan. Namun kegagalan di sini bukan merupakan prasyarat untuk mencapai sukses. Jika sosok pria yang semula mereka tidak kenali itu memberikan saran sejak awal sebelum mereka menjala, mereka tentu akan menolak mentah-mentah nasihatnya. Justru setelah mengalami kegagalan sepanjang malam barulah mereka siap mendengarkan suara Tuhan. Nah, terkadang Tuhan membiarkan kita mengalami dulu kegagalan, padahal kita merasa punya kemampuan atau kekuatan. Namun dengan ini mari kita belajar bahwa hanya dengan mematuhi suaranya dan bersandar pada kuasanya, kita direstui mencapai keberhasilan. Ini meyakinkan kita bahwa meskipun kita gagal, Kristus tidak pernah meninggalkan kita. Kita dibiarkan gagal supaya tahu bahwa bila melakukan sesuatu di luar atau tanpa mengandalkan Tuhan, kita tidak akan pernah berhasil.
So I know how tough it was when I was a kid.
You tried to get into 3 colleges. Each time they rejected you.
No, I tried. There's examination that young people, if you want to go university, you have to take the examinations. So I failed 3 times.
Right.
But a lot of fail. I failed for funny things that I failed a key primary school test for 2 times, and I failed 3 times for the middle schools, and you will never believe in Hangzhou, my city, there's only 1 middle school that lasts only 1 year. It was changed from primary school to middle school because our graduates of our school, no middle school accept us because we were too bad. They would become a middle school.
What effect did it have, though, being rejected?
Well, I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I think when I graduate from universities, and before for 3 years I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police. They said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC come to my city,
You applied.
24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police. 5 people, 4 of them accepted. I was the only guy that I received it. So to me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. I know I'll be rejected. I just don't want to say that.
Yeah, sorry now. 10 times you wrote them and said, I'd like to come to Harvard.
Yeah. And then I told myself someday I should go teach there, maybe.
I think that can be arranged.